Good morning, guys. Good morning. Starting at 20 seconds early today. Who cares? Welcome. Geert, Steve, August Bynes, good morning. I see we're kind of busy. There's like 10 guys here. I don't know who's taken off yet, if anybody, but there's Uncle John leading the pack. We've got Kevin. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to sound like a horse race commentator because they are absolutely pushing and lining up here to go. So, guys, I hope you had a good Saturday and that you guys are going to have a good Sunday. And thank you for joining me. It's nice to have the support. I'm going to start setting up, but before we go, just want to mention to you that I'm awaiting the new XEBAR version, and that's why I've been flying the other X-plane of mine. And this morning I thought, you know what, I'm going to put my AutoOrtho back on and use the normal version of X-plane that I usually fly with. For some reason I lost my trees. The other Autogen seems to be there. I've checked it. Kevin seems to think he knows what happened. I don't know. I don't know whether it's just an area related thing or what it is, because there's the rest of the Autogen, but none of the trees show up, and I've never had this, so I'll figure it out, or he needs to tell me, or one of you guys need to be so good and tell me, please, you know, what the issue is, because I don't know. If it is an issue, I don't know. I just see I don't have trees. Then the other thing is, because of the weather issue and stuff with XEBAR and me waiting for them, I'm using VisualXP. And the only thing thus far that I really, really hate is this yellow. It's way too yellow, and I'm too dumb to change this. If any of you know how to just get the yellow a little bit less, I would appreciate that, because this is just overbearingly yellow. It's actually nauseating. And I'm too dumb, man. I look, let's be honest, I don't know the product, okay? It's not really that I'm dumb. I honestly don't know how to set this thing proper. Where's that thing? So if I go here to the atmosphere, I don't know which slider to go and pull. All I know is when I look at all these little presets, the one is more nauseating than the other. You know, but number 4 seems to be kind of the best. Maybe number 7 isn't too bad. It's a bit darker. So I don't know if you guys know anything about this, but as far as I'm concerned, this yellow is really terrible. I could change the sunlight, it seems. Still very yellow, but... So I don't know what I'm doing. Just bear with me. If I stuff it up now, it'll be sad. Now I look at my screen doing the broadcasting, and I look at my actual sim, and it seems my screen on the left is also making it a little bit more yellow, because in the sim it looks better. I hope you guys can see it looks a little bit better. I'm going to leave it like that. Let's just leave it until I know better. So anyway, if any of you know how to set it better, please let me know. Good morning, Rob. Welcome. Right, let's get the show on the road. So currently, the temperature seems to be 10. Yeah. And 1019.
Go.
Yo.
Towers on, bud.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Cleared as filed.
I'm just going to turn the volume down there so we can concentrate without having to listen to them. In actual fact, I am sitting alone here, so you know what? Let's just put it on very softly.
6, your reback is correct. Approach for start and put facing east.
Hope it doesn't bother you guys, but at least it's something to listen to then, I suppose. Man, I can change my mind quickly, eh? Morning, Piotr.
171 now, the Echo 6, ready for popping KLM 171.
I think we did that, yeah, we did.
KLM 171, clear life for to destination via Mike Golf Alpha 2 Kilo, runway 02, initial climb to 6,000 feet. QNH is 1020, squawk 5156.
Squawk 5156, initial climb 6,000, QNH 1020, cleared for a destination Valencia on the runway 02, KLM on Echo 6, KLM. Thank you very much.
KLM 171, the back is correct. Winds variable of 2 knots. Runway 02, you're clear for takeoff.
And cleared for takeoff, KLM 171.
Well, the one is definitely the ATC and the one is Owen, so I'm not sure what you mean with that comment, Piotr.
Skymatix 356, taxi to the holding point Echo 6 of the runway 02 via Lima and Tango.
Oh yeah, is that what you mean? Yeah, no, it's bound to repeat, eh? Especially us Skymatix guys. I mean, it's usually the same crowd, with an exception of maybe 1 or 2 guys. You know, in a flight, it's always the same guys on our side. Now we tapped.
Skymatix 008, information at his Bravo road is correct. Clear dive for destination via Mike Golf Alpha 2 Kilo, runway 02, initial climb to 6,000 feet, QNH is 1020 and squawk 3740.
Right, there we have our stuff back. Yeah, I appreciate that when the guys do that. It's so much better to fly with them.
Skymatix 008, your repack is correct. I advise ready to taxi.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind the plane, so I'm just going to do things a little bit different today. We're just going to start setting up. We'll 02, that's fine. Runway heading 22.
4590, approach for start and push back facing north.
Hold a second. Might be wrong, let me just check that 8 is this guy's using. Departing and arrival is 02, is 22, yes. That's fine, I'm gonna guess about 147 and about. That's it.
KLM 171.
Morning, Linda.
02 on 2,000 feet, KLM 171.
KLM 171, So Unicorn 122.8 has very good flight.
Muchas gracias y adiós. Switching to 122.8, Taylor 171.
Adiós. Skymatix 008, hold position. Skymatix 008, traffic taxi on your back. I will tell you when you can taxi.
Alright, there is an issue with this mulat thing. Let me show you guys. I don't know who designed this actual entry at the airport, but let me just go and show you guys what they did. So I'm going to set up to use mulat, and then we're going to step through. If we have to, we're going to remove it again. But look at this. There is mulat, but there is our final well, let's call it the ILS entry point. Okay, it's not the final approach fix, that's the entry point onto the ILS for finals. But look, he wants you to fly past and then turn back. Now I ask you, with all love and respect, how do you design something like that when you know that flippin' aircraft is going to fly at least 140 plus knots an hour, you know? How do you turn? How do you do that? Why is that thing not this side? So I don't know, and I mean we just have to handle it now. So let's go and choose mulat as the transition and see.
Skymatix 014, squawk 3657 and continue taxi to the holding point Echo 6 via Tango.
I understand, Krister, but why do it in the first place? See, I understand the aviation side of the pilot side, but the issue that I have with it is, why do it in the first place? You know, if you know that you are going to wear a size 10 shoe, why do you buy an 8 or an 11? You understand? Yes, Dave. Oh, we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look quickly and see what it does, how it does, and then we'll compensate, obviously. But I'm curious as to why you would buy a wrong size shoe when you know your foot size. Exactly, Krister, exactly.
Good morning.
Morning, Tommy. Woohoo! Look at that. No ways the aircraft's going to make that turn. It's going to go wide, and then it's just going to cock up that whole approach.
Skymatix 533, clear divert to destination via Mike Golf Alpha 2 Kilo, runway 02, initial climb to 6,000 feet, QNH is 1020, and squawk 3646.
See.
This information Bravo is correct.
I just took out mulat and that's it. End of story. Problem gone. It's still a crazy turn, but it's better.
Skymatix 356, winds are variable 2 knots. You're clear for takeoff runway 02.
Skymatix V4.01.11.
Skymatix 533, squawk 3645. Skymatix 533, your report is correct, advice ready to taxi.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Just gonna wait for that. Let's check everything else while we're busy.
The problem is there is traffic on your way. Do you see it? Skymatix 459er, you can follow him. Skymatix 008, ready to taxi.
008, ready to taxi in about 20 seconds.
Roger. Skymatix 014, behind departing traffic, you can line up and wait for runway 02.
Behind departing traffic, line up and wait 02. Skymatix 014.
Morning, David.
Yeah, morning, Nico. How's it going?
Good in you?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
008, ready to taxi.
Skymatix 008, you can taxi to the holding point Echo 6 of the runway 02 via Lima and Tango.
Ready to taxi 02 to Echo 6 via Lima and Tango. Somebody 008.
Skymatix 459er, you can taxi to the holding point Echo 6 of the runway 02 via Lima and Tango behind Skymatix 008.
Taxi to Echo 6, following traffic in front, Skymatix 459.
Skymatix 356, you can switch to Unicorn 122 simulate, have a very good ride.
Skymatix 356, airborne, Unicorn, thank you for the service, goodbye.
Tower, good morning. Skymatix 001. We have information Bravo. We're at Bravo 738 at stand 12 and requesting IFR clearance to Valencia.
Skymatix 001, information Bravo is correct. Clear IFR to Valencia via Mike Golf Alpha 2 Kill, correction, Mike Golf Alpha 2 Quebec, runway 02. Initial climb to 6,000 feet. QNH is 1020, squawk 3631.
Before I continue, I just want to say thank you very much for speaking slowly and clearly. It helps a lot. So, squawk is 3631, QNH 1020, initial altitude 6,000 feet. We'll be using runway 02 and the Mike Golf Alpha to Quebec departure, Skymatix 001.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Skymatix 001, reback is correct, advice ready to taxi.
Thank you, sir. We'll advise when you're ready for taxi, Skymatix 001. Môre, Kees.
Skymatix 014, winds are variable.
Goedemorgen, Nico. Gaan het?
Runway 02,
Goed, en jij?
clear for takeoff.
Uitstekend. Thank you.
Mooi. Right, 100% we can go. Guys, let me share my screen here with you. Sorry, forgot again.
Skymatix 533, you can taxi to the holding point Echo 6 runway 02 via Lima 2 and Tango.
That was close, just one off. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Skymatix 1014, you can
Before
switch
start
to Unicorn
procedure
1 to
complete.
simulate, have very good flight, see you next time late.
Ready for before start checklist.
Thanks for the service.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Papers.
On board.
Flight deck door. Closed and locked. fuel?
Loaded.
Pumps on. Passenger signs. On. Window.
Closed and locked. Locked.
Locked. MCP. Speed 148. Heading 22. Altitude 36,000. Takeoff speeds.
Rob, I'll answer you just now. There's a logical reason for it.
V1 137. V rotate 139. V2 148. CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Complete. Rudder and aileron trim.
0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed. Complete.
Anti-collision light. On.
Still go.
Enjoy.
Before start checklist complete.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Rob, the reason it always appears to be very similar is because the distribution of the weight that Zibo pre-programmed is always pretty similar. Okay, so it's due to the automation. The only way for you to change that is to skip using airside services and do your own payloads. Okay, so even if you put your payload in here,
You can line up and wait runway 02.
the only place you can really change it is going to be here by moving your cargoes and stuff. Okay, and the reason for this is Zibo's design philosophy is he gives you a more stable takeoff trim than landing trim. This is why in the old days, if you go watch my old videos, I used to move 500 kilograms from the front to the back so I could move my CG. See, now we don't do that anymore because we rely on the airside services to actually do it for us. But your landing weight CG, you see it's now at 19.9. To have a more stable landing CG, it needs to be between 20 and 23. So we always aim for about 21.5. Okay. Now, with airside services, like I said, the design philosophy is different. So it doesn't matter how much weight you put in there. Based on the philosophy, it's going to try and balance it to give you as close to as possible about 5.5 on the trim. It's just the way it's been designed. And the only way you can change it is literally by moving the stuff over here. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. See, everything is off. Right. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Skymatix 008, winds variable 2 knots, runway 02, you're clear for takeoff.
David, I'm starting my engines. Once they're up and running, I'm going to go.
5-liner behind departing traffic, you can line up and wait runway 02, behind.
$25 and 2. Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Skymatix 008, you can switch to Unicorn 122.8. Thank you very much for flying in Spain. Have a very good flight.
122.8, thank you very much for your service.
$25N2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi
Skymatix
procedure.
45 liner, winds variable 2 knots, runway 02, you're clear for takeoff.
Hello, Alex. Good morning. Thank you for the pictures, sir.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Ready for before taxi procedure.
Come on, done, man. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators. On. Pro heat. On. Anti-ice. Wing anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice off. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches.
Skymatix 533, line up and wait for runway 02.
Recall.
Line up, runway 2.
Skymatix 45 liner, you can switch to Unicorn 122.8. Have a very good flight, see you next time.
Checked.
Bye.
Auto
Goodbye.
brake. Rejected takeoff. Engine start levers. Flight control. Checked. Flaps. Flaps 5 set, green light, detent. Ground equipment. Clear. Before taxi checklist complete.
Thank you, Linda.
Ready for
And Tower
taxi.
Skymatix 001, ready for taxi.
Skymatix 001, you can taxi to the holding point Echo 6 of the runway 02 via Lima and Echo.
Holding point Echo 6 for runway 2 via Lima and Echo. Lima and Echo Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 533, winds variable 2 knots, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Jerez, Tower, good morning, Skymatix 052 on stand 8, information Bravo on board and requesting clearance as file to Valencia.
Skymatix 052, clear LEJR to Valencia via Mike Golf Alpha to Quebec, runway 02, initial climb to 6,000 feet, QNH is 1020 and squawk 5143.
So cleared to destination as filed on the Mike Golf Alpha 3 Quebec departure, runway 02, and squawking, initial flight, initial climb 6,000 feet and squawking 5143 for Skymatix 052.
Skymatix 533, switch to Unicorn 12 to decimal 8, have a very good flight. Skymatix 052, your departure is Mike Golf Alpha 2, Quebec.
Oh, geez, Mike Golf Alpha 2, Quebec for departure runway 02,
Skymatix 052, your report is correct. Approved for start and pushback facing south.
Thank you, Dave.
And pushback facing south approved, Skymatix 052.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Skymatix 001, winds variable 2 knots, runway 02, you're cleared for takeoff.
And we
Before
cleared for
takeoff
takeoff runway
procedure
02, Skymatix 001.
Ready for before takeoff checklist. Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff. Before takeoff procedure.
Approaching 02.
Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green
Runway
light.
02 confirmed.
On runway 02.
Flaps 5 set. Green light. Detent. Stabilizer trim. 5 units set. Transponder. Stabilized. TARA set. Before takeoff checklist complete. Takeoff
Go,
prep
David.
set.
Thank you.
80 knots. Throttle hold.
Krister, no, I haven't spoken about it, but if you read the pinned comment at the top, you'll see it's about the instance when you lose both your hydraulics. That is when that becomes something. Alright, so it's not for everybody, it's just probably some pilot somewhere who picked up that there was an issue and Zibo just fixed it, you know, so.
Skymatix 001, you can switch to Unicorn, frequency 122 decimal 8, have a very good flight, see you next Sunday.
Thank you for your
Acceleration
service, sir.
altitude.
Switching Unicom 122 decimal 8, Skymatix 001. Bye.
1 set.
Hello, Jerry. Morning. All right, you see, Alex, you know something I don't know. So obviously, yeah, like I said, it would not have been a flight simmer who picked up on that problem. It would have been a pilot. So thank you for saying that.
Set.
It is a bit bumpy here, eh? Dominic. Yeah.
Approaching transition.
Hold on.
Transition altitude. It's the south of Spain. If you look at the map, that's Spain and that's where we are. So it's like, it's close to Gibraltar. Look, there's Gibraltar. So it's just Flight
above
level 100.
Gibraltar.
Landing lights switches off.
What a roller coaster ride. Dave, it's got nothing to do with him. It is VisualXP's weather engine, the turbulence. So the correct place to go find for a solution would be to go and see if you can actually turn down the turbulence. Like so. Okay. Because that turbulence was totally over-exaggerated. Yo, this thing is so sensitive. Okay, alright. Thank you, Dave. Sorry about that. That's kind of better. Dave, the story behind XEBAR is as follows. It is in for a major update, okay? And I cannot show you because of the NDA, some of the things that's happening. Okay, so I have to use a different weather engine. Now for 2 or 3 streams I used Active Sky, and I just thought this morning, you know what, I haven't used VisualXP in months. Why don't we just give it a try? And here we are. So the moment I get a go ahead to show you the XEBAR stuff again, I'll go back to XEBAR, but for now I'm horsing around a little bit. Let's have a look, see. Right, so upper DU, that one, let's turn that one first. It's definitely working. PFD one is definitely working. Bottom one, definitely working. And oops, definitely working. Okay, so that one is the weather. Okay, so we turn that one down for the weather. But I can't remember which one this is. No idea. Sorry, I'll have to check on that one. Okay, so they're definitely working. Kev, what I would suggest is, and I had it with a user last night as well. Okay, you know the old story, read the install guide, follow the install guide. 9 out of 10 guys will tell you, oh, they did, and they're willing to fight with you about it, and then you show them they did not, they're lying. You know, so I mean, it puts me in a very bad position because I don't like to tell people they're lying, because I don't like that friction. You know, but if you don't read it and if you don't follow it and if you don't install all the correct requirements, and Visual C++ is the building block, okay? You need the foundation of this aircraft to be working. So my first suggestion to anybody having something like this, if you're on a PC, is install Visual C++, the latest version, because you might have it, but it's old. I mean, as recently as yesterday, we had an instance of that. It was C++. And the guys are willing to die on a hill they don't know anything about, you know, until you show them. You know, so the easy answer is, let's update C++. Make sure they're on the latest Zibo. Make sure the Zibo is installed correctly. Make sure they're on the latest X-plane. You know, because these things are all dependencies that need to work together to give you the experience. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Who follows a guide? You know, they look at step 1 to skip step 3, worry about step 4, maybe come back later to it, go step 5, and then they wonder why this thing is not working. You know, so C++, let's start with that one. Exactly, Kev. Now imagine my frustration. You know, you try and be nice, and I mean, I'm not nasty when I say that, but the guy last night was, you know, when I said to him he didn't install C++, he said, you want to bet? You know, that's a cocky attitude you get from some of these guys, and eventually it turned out he didn't. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, we didn't fight. I took him one side, I talked him through it, I did it, you know, explained it to him, he did it. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I explained it to him, he did it, he shared his screen, we got it going. And so how easy it was. Okay, but 9 out of 10 guys don't install and don't keep the C++ updated. You know, and that's where things like this start to happen. On Mac, I wouldn't have a clue why it would happen on a Mac, but on PC, that's the answer.
What happened?
Nothing. Good morning, Hakan.
Good morning.
Exactly. Good morning. Krista, you're right. He was willing to put money on it. I said to him at one point in time, I'll take a crate of beer, but I don't drink beer, okay? So I said to him, don't worry, you're off the hook. You know, we made friends. We parted in good spirits. And You know, but I'm using him as an example. That's why I'm not giving his name. It's irrelevant. It's not important. We're not here to shame anybody. That's not what it is about. You know, it's a learning stage and a learning curve that everybody needs to go through. But it's just interesting how people handle things. And we know already what the symptoms are of C++ not being updated or not being installed, you know. Exactly, Steve. Yeah, so guys, please don't be offended when I tell you you didn't. You know, it's a bad position you put me in to tell you that. You know, you need to read the guide and follow it actually.
What are you today?
I'm a trainer. Christer, that is how I meant what I said. I know it's not a Zibo thing. It is about the learning. The Zibo is just a catalyst that initiates the learning process, you know, and so on. But yeah, you're welcome, Kev. Hakan, are you a busy? Yes. Are you a busy man? I tried to speak to you earlier. I didn't get any response. So were you busy or what happened? You talking to your girlfriend again?
No, I was sleeping while autopilot controlling my airplane.
Okay, all right.
Even I did this on IVL. You can imagine?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you looked in to join us a little bit today, Hakan. Christer says he's disco today.
Christer?
Yeah, he says here on the stream, he says I'm disco. Mr. Hakan, I'm disco today. Okay.
I'm disco. Okay, keep it being disco.
Yeah, that's it. Steve, you're right. It's not that it makes them bad people, 100%. But it is an interesting mentality. It's weird. And you know what's funny? After 7 years, people still don't know that I'm involved in the project, okay, that I work with Zibo. And then they still want to challenge me about certain things. And I go, no, you know what? I mean, I don't walk around telling everybody, you know, what's it who you're talking to. They don't know. And I'm not there to tell them who I am. It's just funny. That's an interesting mentality, I promise you. Good morning, Neil. It is, Steve. This looks like a really nice flight.
I will be descending for Medellin.
Okay. You're going to pick up Escobar.
Escobar, yeah, exactly. Passenger Escobar.
Gotcha. See, Dave. Yeah, you must be careful. See, Dave, when you have C++ installed and you download the latest installer and then you run it, it will immediately come up and it will ask you, do you want to repair or uninstall the C++? The moment you get that message, you know you're on the right version, you're on the current version. If it does not, if it simply continues the installation, okay, then you know you were on an old version. See, it's a very quick check that you can do. Anyway, that's how I recall it from way back in the day. That is something I hear often. But I have got 10,000 hours on PMDG. This Zibo is stupid. Why does it do this and not do that? PMDG does it. Are you guys going to implement it? You know, you got to bite your tongue and your lips. take a deep breath before you respond, you know. I've been swimming for years.
Nico, question?
Yeah, shoot.
Is it an idea that you show the people who are watching the link you use for C++?
I can do that. I can certainly do that. Yeah, it's in the Zibo install, guys. Anyway, guys, but let me quickly find it for you.
What are you?
Me, I'm a teacher today.
I see. I need help actually with Airbus Phoenix.
No, that I can't help you with.
Yeah, what kind of trainer are you?
Zibo trainer.
I see.
There you go, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good stuff, Alex. I see you're going to put something in Easy Zibo. You might want to just check the C++ version. I think that's what you're referring to. Yeah, that's good. Dave, when last did you update? You know they did an update of the A340 maybe 2 weeks ago. They had to update it for the latest X-plane. So they had 2 updates within the last month, eh? Herman, yeah, you're welcome. Dave, the latest one, what they found was with some update that X-plane did, it messed up their CG in the A340. So when you actually boot into it, you're going to have a picture similar to this. So all your viewpoints are going to be messed up. Remember when Twixtor updates the CG in the Zibo? This is the effect. And so if you have not seen that, it means you're on an old version. So just have a look, that you get that latest one then. And then obviously you just have to set your views up again.
To level off.
Nice to see traffic with us.
Nico, the problem is about my hardware.
Okay, what's wrong? Tell me.
You know, I have Thrustmaster Airbus set.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I cannot calibrate my throttle on Phoenix.
Why?
I don't know. I have written some emails to them. They try to help me. Unfortunately, there is no solution.
Okay.
Maybe
And
I thought that you can do something magic after flight.
No, I have no idea. Did you update to the latest block 2? The latest one they released like a couple of days ago. Did you get that update?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
The problem is throttle calibration only.
Yeah, the temperature rose within the last hour by about 8 degrees. That's a very quick rise in temperature. Wow. 1022. Christer says you need a fly with Lua script. Yeah, Christer, he's in 2020 with the Phoenix, so I don't know if they support fly with Lua in that thing, eh? So in X-Plane that might be the answer, but I doubt there's fly with Lua in 2020. I might be wrong, but I don't know.
What's happening with Boeing recently? In 2024 they are in trouble.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I know about the trouble. I'm saying I don't know what's wrong with them. You go ask them. Yes, Christer. No, thanks. That's why I mentioned it. Yeah, I thought as much. Yeah.
I love you, Nico. I'm just kidding.
I get it. I get it. The problem, Markan, is as much as we want to joke here on stream, remember it's a public forum, right? And somebody that doesn't know us might not understand the joke. So that's where the problem comes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. 022. It's like YouTube. I think I told you this before, Arkan. When we flew into Queenstown in New Zealand, they demonetized my video for dangerous activity. And I had to explain to them we're flying in a simulator, it's not real world. Then they restored my monetization on.
What was the dangerous activity then?
They say it's a dangerous airport to fly into and we shouldn't show it to the people, basically.
But in real time, airplanes fly there.
Yeah, but that's YouTube, man.
YouTube, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that place. I wish I could go there in real life, Steve. But unfortunately, I haven't been there yet. David here, that's sitting here with us, he knows it very well. He's close there.
In this case, we cannot approach on YouTube to Dangareos airports.
No, it was a once-off incident. They haven't done it again on any of my other videos, and I've flown in there a couple of times on YouTube now already again. So it was just funny, you know. The principle, what I'm trying to tell you is, we might discuss something completely harmless here, and in 3 years' time, some bot scans our voices and they pick up Hakan said that my mother is ugly and she dresses me funny. Sorry, I'm ugly and my mother dresses me funny. You know what I'm saying? And then they get offended because you shouldn't talk like that about your mother. You know what I'm saying? It's a principle I'm trying to convey to you. It's difficult when you don't have humans judging anymore. You've got this stupid AI bot, and he doesn't know the gray areas. He doesn't know, you know, the emotional side of things. He just says, oh, you're not allowed to talk bad about your mother. Cut you off.
I see.
But it's a principle. Yeah.
Mother is my mother.
Yeah, see.
You see?
Yeah,
anyway, I understand.
Technology is good to a point, and then it's a problem.
Good. Anyway, no problem.
2,000 foot. Yeah, well, I hope it's good rules, Christer, because somebody's got to keep it intact a little bit, man. It's kind of running away. Okay.
Upstairs and getting trolling them.
Okay, enjoy.
See you.
Bye. Nice clouds. Ooh. Good, Kristen. Good.
Nico, what did you set the FAF to? Altitude?
440. Class C.
440. And the altitude?
Okay, hang on a second. I just realized something that I didn't realize before. I didn't check my legs list. I need to quickly just check what is our glide path over here. It's using a 3-degree glide path. Alright, okay, no, that's fine. That's okay. Sorry, you were asking the other thing. What did I say? The other thing?
The altitude?
2000. I'm descending to 2000.
No,
sorry.
I mean the FFA.
What FFA?
2200.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, Dave, correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's been implemented quite a long time ago already. I like these clouds better than the default weather engine displays them. It's the default clouds, but it's displayed by VisualXP now. Look, we've even got a contra. Look, there's little aircraft coming.
Amazes me every time how far we have come in the last, say, 10 years.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm glad I got into this hobby when I did.
Yeah, so did I.
Right, I've got 32 nautical miles for top of descent. Nice one, Dave. I started with a ZX Spectrum in 1986. It feels like 10 lifetimes ago. Yet like yesterday. It's weird. Used to put the tape on. Took about half an hour to load. Then we would either take the cricket ball and bat or a rugby ball and go play outside. And you know, every now and then you go just come check and see if the game's loaded. That was crazy times.
Approach top of descent.
Bye bye, Alex. Talk to you later.
Flight 6, located westwest ETURA.
Good morning.
Morning, Sebastian. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. A bit tired, but getting there.
Good.
Yourself?
Well, apart from the fact that I just started to yawn and I'm not tired, I'm okay. Yeah. I had a good night's rest, must be honest. I worked till late again, but when my head hit the pillow, I was gone.
Good. I've been having some trouble sleeping in the last couple of weeks, so I have had a good night's sleep last night, but I'm just waking up really tired right now.
It's amazing when your clock gets messed up in your body. It's going to take you a day or two of good sleep to just get back into the same proper rhythm.
Indeed.
What I find is when I work like a whole week, where I only sleep maybe 3-4 hours, and then all of a sudden I do that one good sleep of 8 hours, I'm dead that next day. I'm totally useless. And it takes a day or two to recover.
I usually find if I've been taking vitamins like iron supplement or vitamin B or anything like that, I'm tired for the next few days after that as well.
Wow, okay. Andrea, go ahead. There's two reasons, and it starts with Laminar. Laminar decided that they wanted to make the interior of the cockpit shadows and dark appearance more realistic. So they sent one of the guys with a light meter, and he went and he did some readings in a real cockpit. Okay. Then they implemented this thing into X-Plane, and it was way too dark, and everybody complained. It was crazy. Austin actually made a video about it that you can find on the X-Plane YouTube channel, unless they've removed it, where he discusses first principles. They wanted to make it real, but real in the real world is not real in a simulator. It doesn't always translate. So what they then did was they started fine-tuning it a little bit, and then they also gave the developers of the aircraft certain authority that they could mess around with it. Now at this point in time, you also have the environmental add-ons, your weather engine. Depending on what exactly it manipulates in X-Plane, it's also going to be a contributing factor. So between X-Plane, the X-Plane code, your weather add-on, your shadow manipulators, whether you use some or other aliasing tool, whatever, some visual modification tool, and then obviously in combination with your developer of the aircraft. You can tweak it to an extent, but not all the way. Now we are hoping in X-Plane 12.1 that this nonsense is going to be resolved. I'm really hoping, or at least be much better. But until then, the only way to do this, to get it brighter, is to zoom in, because effectively they're simulating the opening of the iris in your eye, and this is what it's about. So the closer you get, you know, depending on which direction you look, you'll see your iris opens, it becomes brighter. But when it's really dark, the only way you can get it to open up is to go closer, you know, so. Dave, well, okay, then you know something I don't. That's disappointing, because crap, man, it's not nice. It's the only thing I really don't like about X-Plane 12. Hello, Rodrigo. Good morning. Yeah, it probably means that Flight Factor completely switched it off, or they have some other trick. But anyway, now you know the whole story. And I'm starting to get a blocked nose. I'm going to yawn more. I don't like that. Yeah, no problem.
Approaching transition.
Rodrigo, if you look in the show notes, you'll see I'm using VisualXP today. I'm waiting for a new test version of XEBAR, then I'll go back to XEBAR. But at this time, I can't show you what I'm doing with XEBAR in the background, because it's in a transition phase. Yeah, Dave, I've seen something like that, but I don't use stuff like that.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Dave, it's actually a very nice add-on. Okay, the fact that you can manipulate that heavy turbulence and gusts and stuff also puts it, you know, one notch definitely better than the built-in X-plane weather. Ooh, there's ATC. Oh, no, it's not ATC. That was a person asking online about the VA. Interesting. Right, so, yeah. Yeah, Rodrigo, version 1.32 should be the latest one, depending on the simulator that you use. I'm talking X-Plane 12. And the major update that's coming, for me, it's a major update. I mean, you must check it. It's got quite a few nice to haves in there, much better visuals and stuff, so you know,
1000 to level off.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes now. I'm just not sure when it's coming and when we can show you something. If you guys are looking for a cheaper alternative to XEBAR, you can clearly see this one looks really nice. I mean, it's like, I think, half price to XEBAR or something like that. And it's really, really nice. There will definitely be updates very soon, yeah. And Nico is sitting here daydreaming. Hold on tight, guys. We're gonna fly cowboy style. Valencia traffic Skymatix 001, we're on finals 4 runway 30.
1000. Fly slow. Fly slow.
Bet you haven't seen a maneuver like that in a while. Oops. There's the flippin' runway. Come on, slow down.
Take rate. Take rate.
Slow down.
500. Clear to land runway 30.
300. Minimum. Take rate. Take rate. 200. Take rate.
Unstable. Unstable.
100.
Unstable, yeah, that's a nice way of saying it.
20. 10.
We don't fly like this every day, guys, but when we do, we do.
Holy moly!
Italian style.
Absolutely.
I would have thought Jackie Chan was behind the wheel there.
No, it's just Nico.
60 knots.
Wow, that was the venture.
Oh, that made my day. That made my day. What a cowboy. Lucky the pub was closed. My speed flag is still extended, man. Yeah, Rodrigo. I can't wait for the level up to come out either. It was so cool. Whoop, whoop. Flaps 5 landing. I'm glad I'm the owner and the boss of this airline. Nobody can come and say to me, hey, what did you do? Yeah, the tower wasn't on, fortunately. So anyway, runway vacated, Scott. Oh, it's not talking. Hold on. Runway vacated, Skymatix 001. Oh, what a crazy story. Okay. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Ooh. Better off. Didn't have it on.
After landing procedure.
Sorry, Dave. Dave, do me a favor. Just send me a message on Discord so I can remember. And I'll ask Eugenie about it. And then maybe they can fix it at the next release. Thanks, man. Oh, Steve. I'll have to take a bottle of whiskey with me, maybe bribe somebody a little bit this morning then. Hopefully they'll
Attention,
accept.
gentlemen, here comes the boss.
I'm just going to worm in here on the left. I think this is an official parking, but we'll make one if there isn't one. Archivist, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Good morning to you too. That's a good way to start a morning. Is that line? There's another line on the left. Sorry, now I see that.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Shh, Scotsman. Shh. It could be. I can neither confirm nor deny. Can you believe that? Oh, look at that nice full house.
Airkeeper001 donated try 55 through Super Chat.
Bingo.
Good morning, everyone.
Digital traffic is 045, departing runway 24, proceeding a FAMA to Alpha departure at the center.
There's Anthony. You can use the, Rodrigo, you can use the online OTP that Sasha made. If I really have to use one, I still use TopCat with my configuration because that's fairly close. But you're going to struggle to get the right figures with the Zibo because I don't think Zibo is there yet. Okay, so it's going to have to be close enough. That's good enough for now. Did you set up your TopCat with my configuration that I've got in the Zibo install guide? Because that's usually within 1 or 2 knots, which is your normal legal limitation anyway. Who else needs to come in? What is that? Oh, there's one more. That's David.
Yeah, just me, last one.
Okay.
And Valencia traffic, Skymatix 052 on the ILS for runway 30, Valencia.
There he is. Well, Mamais, that's a hell of a big mistake that you've made. You can't copy your plugins from Explain 11 into 12. I mean, that's just plain wrong. You're going to have to delete them. You're going to have to start to use Google, and you're going to have to Google them and get the Explain 12 versions. All right, so that's the first thing that you need to do. Once you've done that, then we can start talking about the others. Okay, because I mean, it's like me speaking in my language to you. You're never going to understand me. And the thing with Explain 11 and 12 is, even though they look the same, they're not the same. The difference is immense between them. Yeah, SAM3, I've got here the bare minimum of SAM3 installed. I don't use it apart from the scenery that needs it. I just don't use SAM. But that's the one thing that you're definitely going to need. The marshallers that I use is something different. Okay, it's Auto VDGS or something, it's called like that. And you need to go search that and find that as well. Uncle John gave me the information. Must be honest, it was somewhere on the Org forum as far as I know, but I don't know. Can't remember more than that. It's too long ago. That's why I've got the little man standing in front of my aircraft at the default airports. It's just that little plug-in. Yeah, you need new for 12 for everything. The moment you put Explain 11 stuff into 12, you break 12, okay? Forget that sales story about Explain 11 stuff working in 12, it's crap. Okay, there was a time, maybe it's over, it's past, it's done with. Explain 12 needs Explain 12 stuff. If you want to degrade the performance, if you want to frustrate yourself, if you want to anger yourself, go try put Explain 11 stuff in 12. It's a total waste of time. Thank you, Krister. Most of the general plugins have got Explain 12 versions anyway, so you're really playing with a lion's backside now and pulling on his tail if you don't put Explain 12 stuff in Explain 12. Thanks, Dave, I got the message. David, on your right hand side, so in other words, if you continue taxiing straight forward where your nose is pointing, so you're going to follow the tax line, then you turn right. Then next to TIX 14, you can just park there next to it.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you.
It helps to have a bird's eye view. I just got breakfast. Ooh. My air hostess is really good to me this morning. Dave, when last did you update the beta pushback? Because I don't have issues with my beta pushback. I mean, they update that thing very regularly. I'm surprised how many times they update that beta pushback for 12. Eh? Okay, I got my picture. I got my screenshot. Yeah, this is AutoOrtho that I'm using. Yeah, this is AutoOrtho. There's a problem this morning, all of a sudden, out of the blue, donkey, with my trees not showing, and it looks like the AutoGen is actually a little bit affected as well. Not sure why. I'm thinking it's one of the new sceneries I installed. Okay, so gotcha, Dave. So I need to troubleshoot a little bit. I installed 2 new sceneries in the last week, and it could very well be that one of those sceneries messed up my system a little bit. So I need to go and do some troubleshooting and see what happened. But we'll fix it. Yeah, Rodrigo, you too. Have a wonderful week, guys. We'll talk to you soon again. I'll keep you posted on the XEBAR stuff. I think either Zibo or XEBAR will give an update and then I'll stream again. You know, that's about what I foresee for the future now. And I hope you guys have fun and stay safe. Look after each other. We'll talk again. Bye for now.
Nico.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.